afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Twist Gaming. We are here live, continuing our week-long coverage of Gen Con 2018, and I have the pleasure to have my very good friend and my former long-hair companion, I'm so sorry I cut my hair, Andy Looney from Looney Labs on stream with us.
Yeah, you didn't even give me a chance to you cut right to it. You already cut.
I had to cut to the fact that I cut it.
Didn't give me a chance to mention it, but I will say that much as I liked it when it was longer, I love the color.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Purple is my favorite color. That's why I like you guys so much, because you're all purple.
Yes.
And you were styling with the purple nails.
You know, look at the board. Oh. Had to have the purple.
I live in a purple house, and I drive a purple Volkswagen 1972 Beetle.
Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's my favorite color. I'm pretty serious about it.
That is awesome.
I dig the hair color, even though the length is it's still nice. Shoulder length is nice, but I'm
partial to the long.
To the long hair. Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe I grow it out and keep it this color. We'll see. Gotta be creative.
I keep mine a little bit long, but you know. I always keep it tied up. Anyway, enough about hair. We're here to talk about games. So, we're here at Gen Con, and this week we have brought out 8 new products all at the same time. It's crazy.
God, that's amazing.
Yeah. So I have them here. We can
Ready?
take a look at the table.
I need some TV magic, Andy. So I need magic fingers. Bam! Ah! Went too far.
Okay. So here's all the new products we brought out just this past weekend. It's not one, but 2 complete new versions of Fluxx, because we have Star Trek Fluxx and the Next Generation, both standalone versions, but which also can be combined, and more on that in a minute.
Yeah.
Plus, we have a whole slew of new expansion products we brought out. All these packs. One of the things we did this is like all on one big print run sheet, because production-wise, like, you know, you can have a card sheet that's got a bunch of different
X amount of cards on it,
one card sheet that generated all these different products. So we have a new pack for Monty Python Fluxx.
It's just a flesh wound.
The Black Knight expansion. Yes, many people have lamented the absence of the Black Knight. And also Tim the Enchanter.
Yeah?
Is in here too. That's right. And a bunch of new goals to use and a couple of new rules. So an expansion pack for Monty Python Fluxx, which continues to be a strong seller for us. People love that game.
I mean, Fluxx is a great game. Monty Python is a fantastic movie. 2 great things put together. What can go wrong?
Yeah, but even all these years later, people continue to buy it. People still fans of the movie.
Yes.
Same thing with Firefly. People love Firefly, as you know. Wishing for it to come back. So Firefly Fluxx has been a popular item for us. So we've got an expansion pack for that as well. Bring in a couple of the popular secondary characters. You've got Yolanda and Jubal Early.
Okay.
And some goals to use them. Plus upgraded creepers. People, I realized after it went to the printer that I'd given the 2 creepers in the deck a special power. Mm-hmm. So I've made new versions of those cards that have said power, which is the ability to destroy something and then move on. It's pretty good, because it's the Reavers. They're pretty nasty.
Yes.
Yeah. So now you have upgraded Reavers and stuff in the Firefly upgrade pack. Then there's the Fluxx Creeper pack. So a little bit of background to explain that. In the original version of Fluxx, there were some capers that were war and death and taxes. And
those are all on the same line.
It's basically true. But when we invented the creeper, then it felt wrong. It felt like those should be creepers, not keepers.
Okay.
So in version 4 of Fluxx, we changed those to creepers and kind of introduced that new card type. Well, a lot of people like that because it adds interest, but a lot of people are like, I don't want the creepers in the base game. So especially because that's where people will start, and you kind of want the more simple version and add things like that later. So we took them out. So version 5.0 does not have any of the creepers. But people who missed them, now we've made them available.
Back.
So the creeper pack has war, death, taxes, and the radioactive potato as creepers, along with a bunch of goals and actions and new rules that use those cards for those who want them and can add those back in.
Again, all items that I feel are equally dangerous.
Yeah, well, watch out. Radioactive potato.
Potatoes?
It's a very hot potato.
Oh, no.
In the 4th Fluxx pack in our set is the Bridge expansion. So Star Trek and Star Trek The Next Generation are designed to be played together, which is another kind of a first. Previously, all the Fluxx versions have the same card backs. You could mix and match the cards, but
they weren't really designed or intended to be mixed together.
They're not intended to. Sometimes they work. Other times they really just kind of it's jarring. Things don't make sense. But these are designed to be combined. You can play them on their own, of course, but they're meant to be shuffled together. And particularly so if you add the Bridge expansion pack, because the Bridge pack bridges the two games, you see.
Hey now.
Because there's a whole bunch of goals in the Bridge pack that require something from each version.
Okay.
Plus a couple of other things like the Bridge. With the Bridge, it's like the Bridge of the Enterprise. It can be the Bridge of either Enterprise. So it's really fun. I love combining the two with those add-ons. It's become my favorite version of Fluxx, at least right now.
It's a different kind of design approach for you this time than around. Is it because you're used to design? If you're saying like the Fluxxes are meant to be standalone and independent, that this takes a little bit more to it to be able to design a game that's not only going to stand alone fine on its own, but you also need to think about the way that it's going to operate with another set and have an expansion that'll interoperate with both.
Absolutely.
It's a lot to consider. I mean, it's a lot to...
But it all came together really great. I'm really pleased with the way that works.
Fantastic.
So then, lastly, a couple things that aren't Fluxxes, new packs. We've got a pack of Nano Blanks cards that are new cards for the game Nano Fictionary. Nano Fictionary is our storytelling card game. And we kept the art very simple, specifically so we could make these blanks, so that you could add your own ideas and you could doodle up your own little pictures with a Sharpie, and it would go with the illustrations that are in the rest of the game.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's an expansion for that. And lastly,
Zendo.
I know we played Zendo last time.
Yes.
And one of the things that's great about Zendo is it's got these rule cards in it that provide over 200 different unique rules. But even then, you're going to run out after a while. So this gives you 10 new rule cards that generate another 50 or so rules and add to that. And we're calling that the first of these packs. We're hoping to do more rule packs yet.
That's fantastic. So 52 new rules for Zendo. And this is, we saw Zendo a few months ago. So now if you've played Zendo, if you've gotten through it and you want some more flavor, expansion pack to go.
And of course, with Zendo, you can always make up your own rules as well. But I think it's best to have the cards so that they're graded for difficulty and they're really thought
something
through.
that's been tested and tried.
Exactly.
So these are all brand new.
All 8 of these things were new as of a couple days ago.
Crazy. So are they available for sale here at Gen Con?
Absolutely. We are at booth 1651. For anyone still at Gen Con, please visit us immediately. And we have a couple of freebies we're giving away too. There's the War Doctor is our promo card. I think I have it. There it is. We already got the War Doctor expands Doctor Who Fluxx with the War Doctor. Now watch out, the War Doctor blows everything up. That's what he does.
Yes,
He's destroys all keepers and creepers in place.
He was needed at that time.
Handle with care. He's a powerful guy. That's a promo card. That'll be available on our web store at the end of the year. But right now, the only way to get that is to get someone who's been to one of our trade shows.
This one won't be available. This one will be.
No, that one.
This particular one will be in my
copy.
Yes. There we go.
Okay, so that's all the new stuff.
Yes.
Now, just to review a little bit, most recently, before that, we had Anatomy Fluxx came out.
Yes.
Just a few months before, and also Get the MacGuffin. And I can't stop talking about Get the MacGuffin because I'm so happy with this game. It's so zany and fun. I love it. And have we played that or not? I think maybe we played it.
I don't know if I've played it. We've talked about it.
If you haven't played it, then we should play Get the MacGuffin. How much time do we have? Do we have time for a 5-minute game?
Yes.
Because it's always...
Our producers, a.k.a. Matt, says yes.
Okay, great. Well, that's the great thing about Get the MacGuffin.
I do want to talk...
that it's always very fast.
We talked about Anatomy Fluxx last time, and I have to tell you that I really still love this game. And one of the things that I really loved about it is because you were talking about how you had worked with a medical doctor to talk about the various things. Yeah, that was so cool. So you can learn about lots of anatomy stuff while playing a game.
This is arguably the most educational one we've got because it's actually got... The keepers in here have... little factlets, we call them. So on the bottom of each one.
Let me get the tendon one because that's pink.
Well, and then but there's the keeper, and you see how there's a little factlet at the bottom that there are 3 types of muscles.
Skeletal, smooth, and cardiac.
Yeah, and so there are a couple of different kind of rules that will call upon players to know
that factlet
information about the organ in question.
I think that's so cool.
And so it's pretty great. We're pretty psyched about Anatomy Fluxx, and it's got creepers as well, so you can You have to deal with the virus or the bacteria or the mutation. But
That's
indeed,
cool.
designed by an actual doctor, so it's gamer tested, doctor approved, as we like to say on the box.
It's very cute.
But
Apple a day. But get the MacGuffin.
Get the MacGuffin. So
All right.
Get the MacGuffin is a zany and fun game that's always over, as I say, in just a few minutes, because you're only going to get a few cards. You got to make them last, because when you're out of cards, you're out of the game. You win the game by being the last person with a card.
And look, I know sometimes interviewees will come on this show, and they let me win, and it's real cute. But I've played games with you, Andy.
I don't let people win.
No.
Yeah, no. If you beat me, it's because you actually beat me.
Yes.
There's a adage among game promoters that you should let the player win so that they have the fun of winning, and that will make them like the game and want to buy it.
No.
I don't.
If you
subscribe
win,
to that
you need
theory.
to earn it.
Exactly.
But you give out awards for people to beat you.
Only in one game. So my very favorite game of all for the pyramids, well, for anything, but pyramid game, is Homeworlds, an epic interstellar space battle game. And if you can beat me at that game, I will give you one of these medals. I happen to have one right here.
Hey now.
So
That's
can show
cool.
that off.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I've only ever had occasion to give out 16 of these medals so far, because it's a very difficult game to learn, and I'm very good at it. But flip it over on the back there. Yep, I beat Andy Looney in a game of Homeworld.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm trying to create a gunslinger culture where people will learn this game and then call me out and try to beat me to get this medal.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay.
All right,
So
get the MacGuffin.
You've dealt out 5 cards.
So you have 5 cards to start.
Okay.
You will have fewer if there are more players, because this game can be played with anywhere from 2 to 11 players.
Oh wow, that's really.
Yeah, it's amazing, and it's fun with every amount. So, some cards are very powerful. They will win you the game. Others, not so much.
Okay. So the concept of this game, if I remember correctly, is somebody has a secret item, and we're trying to figure out the MacGuffin.
The MacGuffin is
right?
Yeah, the MacGuffin is the thing in the story that the characters are all trying to get. It's like a scriptwriter's term, and so
That's right.
it's a very powerful object.
No. Yeah.
But
oh. Okay.
The MacGuffin may or may not actually be important at all. In fact, sometimes it drives the story along, but actually is not important at all. It's kind of the funny thing about the MacGuffin. Maybe you don't even know what it is.
Okay.
But you know you want it.
Okay.
And maybe it'll win you the game, but maybe it's not even in the game.
Okay.
All right.
Super abstract.
So if you want to, so there's 2 kind of cards. There's actions and objects.
Okay.
And actions you play, you do whatever it says, and objects are things you play in front of you and you keep.
Okay.
And so I'm going to start with an action called the Spy.
Okay.
And the Spy lets me spy on your hand. So I'm going to take a and see what you have. I see. All right.
So you just play this card to look at the cards in another player's hand.
I spied upon your hand. It is now your turn.
Yeah, well, I mean, now I'm not taking any sort of secret. But I think that I am going to play the Can I Use That?
Can you use that? So you're going to take a card from my hand at random and play it immediately.
I'm going to take this one. So here is the Can I Use That? and
what
I grabbed was...
Doom.
So play
you now cause me to discard one of my cards.
Okay, plus discard to discard an object. If no objects are in play, discard a randomly chosen card from another player's hand. So this one is what I'm going to discard. What am I discarding? I'm discarding the garbage collector.
Garbage collector. Okay, so you've destroyed my garbage collector and left me with only 2 cards. I guess this will be our discard pile here.
That works.
So garbage collector on the trash.
Okay.
So I only have 2 cards left. One of them is an object. I'm going to play an object called the rock.
Okay, so if another player has the scissors, and you know that because I have the spy,
Yes, I will be able to smash scissors should they be played. Maybe you don't want to play your scissors.
Maybe I don't want to play my scissors right
what
now.
else you got?
Nope. Oh, this is. Okay, so I'm going to play the Shrug Master.
So the Shrug Master is a card that doesn't really do much. You shrug when you play that. Yes, very good. Nicely shrugged.
Thank you very much.
And now I'm going to play. Oh, this is terrible and harsh. I'm going to play the switcheroo.
No!
So I'm going to trade my hand of 0 cards to you for your hand of 3 cards, and I now have 4 cards because I have the rock in front of me, and you're out of cards, so you're eliminated from the game, and I win.
I was feeling so good. Dad, that's a really cute, quick game.
It is. It's always now. Like I said, there's 23 cards in the game.
Yeah.
So in a 2-player game, we're only going to see 10 of those cards.
Right.
So there's more cards held out than that are in the game.
Matt, do I have time for round 2? Alright. Dude, I got a meh.
It's real fast.
Alright, yeah, let's do it real
All
quick.
right. Well, if we play real fast,
Yeah.
is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
All right. So what we'll do, here's what we're going to do. We're
Yeah.
going to take the 10 cards we used and set them
Out.
aside.
All right.
So we will see all new cards this time.
And you will not be able to do the switcheroo again.
I will not. The switcheroo we know is not in this pile. All right. 5 cards per player. And this time you go first.
Alright, you dealt like a
This will be the
pro.
tomb.
And now I
There'll
know a
be
little
3 cards
bit.
in our tomb.
Oh, okay.
The tomb is the cards that are dead to us, you see.
Oh, yeah, this is definitely I'm going to play the crown.
Your Majesty.
Thank you very much.
You have the crown. That means you're the queen of the game, and you can pass on your turn as long as no one has the MacGuffin.
I like this.
So you keep this in front of you, Your
Yes,
Majesty.
okay.
And I will respond by playing the hippie. The hippie flashes the peace sign at everyone. And that's it. Your turn, Your
Okay.
Majesty. Now, if I may be so bold as to point this out, Your Majesty.
Yes, sir.
You may pass.
I think that sounds like great. But you always have tricks up your
I
sleeve.
do have tricks up my sleeve. They're tricky. But I'm going to let you get one use out of the queen's option to pass if you take it.
Okay, but if must I take it this turn?
You can take it whenever it's your turn and you have the option to do so.
Okay, well I'm not gonna pass
Okay, you're not going to pass.
because I want to take the thief.
You're using the thief to steal a card at random from my hand.
Yes, and I'm hoping that whatever it is that I can take out what you've got going on.
Okay, I'm glad you didn't get one of these two here.
Oh no.
So,
Okay.
I've got some bad news for you.
Probably.
You have been assassinated.
No! Oh!
The assassin destroys the crown. So, Your Majesty, you are no longer the queen.
No.
In the discard pile it goes. Your
there
turn.
It goes. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna
right.
use Tomb Raiders.
Okay, so the Tomb Robber grabs one of the unused cards and adds it to your hand.
Okay, so there's 3 cards here, and I'm gonna add this one here.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I have the MacGuffin.
Ooh.
So I have gotten the MacGuffin in the game of Get the MacGuffin. There it is, the MacGuffin. And as it says, if you have no other cards, you can pick this up and put it down as your play. So it lasts forever if you have the MacGuffin. It's a very powerful card. So I have the MacGuffin. What do you have?
Oh man. Okay. All right. What are you doing over here?
I'm looking at myself on the monitor.
Are you? Is that what you're doing over
The
here?
card was blocking me, so I was leaning out to be in the thing, and then I moved the card. Just having some shenanigans while you take your turn.
You've one
I
card.
have one
I
card
don't want
left
to
in my
do
hand,
that.
and I have the MacGuffin.
I want to see what that does.
This is super good. So you've got the money.
Yes.
The money is arguably the most powerful card in the game.
Okay.
It and the thief, kind of, because they can steal any card, which means they can steal the MacGuffin.
Oh, I like this.
So you can spend your money.
Yes.
On your next turn, you can spend your money.
if I can make it
buy
through my next
MacGuffin.
turn.
Yeah. But let's see what happens.
Okay.
So I have my last card is the Merchant. So the Merchant makes deals. The Merchant is a card kind of like a combination of Steal Keeper and Exchange Keepers.
Okay.
So in this case, what the Merchant is going to do is require that 2 people with objects cause them to trade objects. So I'm going to trade my money for your MacGuffin.
Okay.
It's now your turn, and you have the MacGuffin.
I do have the
You
MacGuffin.
also have 3 other cards. What are you going to do with them? Because you can't use the MacGuffin as such unless it's your only card.
Okay, and you're not out because you have an object.
I have an object in front of me, correct.
Okay. If I can't do that. Oh man. If you know that, take a random another. You don't have a hand. Oh, wait though. I'm gonna play. I'm not dead yet.
Okay, now that has no effect if it's not your last card.
Oh, that's right.
When you're about to be dead, it's very powerful. But if you're not about to be dead, then it does not apply.
Okay, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play the backup MacGuffin.
Oh, that's fine. Now you've got a backup as well as the regular MacGuffin. So you keep them both in play in front of you.
Okay.
And now I'm going to spend my money to buy your MacGuffin. It goes in my hand. It's important it goes in my hand. Now it's your turn. What are you going to play?
I'm gonna play the Vortex.
Very good. So the Vortex shuffles up all the cards, deals them back out, starting with yourself.
And then it says, "Do not look at the card." Oh, that's when I'm shuffling and dealing.
Well, until they're shuffled and dealt.
Okay.
Now you can look at her hand.
Now I can look.
And we can see that I got back my MacGuffin, which I will play again.
And then I'm gonna play. I'm not dead yet.
Which has no effect when it's not your last card.
No, but how do I get rid of my MacGuffin? Oh, I gotta pick it up.
You could just throw away your MacGuffin.
Can I?
Yeah. You can an object in play can always simply be discarded as your turn.
Okay.
So you're out of that. I pick up my MacGuffin and put it back down.
Yeah. And now finally.
And now you play that, and you would get to steal a card from me, except it says on there
They're not the
you can't
MacGuffin.
steal the MacGuffin itself. So
Trying so
I
hard.
still win with the MacGuffin.
I'm just kidding.
And that's how you play.
Ah,
Get the MacGuffin.
that was cool.
Thank you for the excellent game.
Thank you, Andy. It is always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Well, it's
Thank
always
you
a pleasure to be on your show. You're my favorite online show.
Thank you, Andy. This
You're
was
welcome.
a lot of fun. So yeah, if you guys are here at Gen Con, make sure that you swing by the Looney Labs booth to check out all of the new releases. If they are not at Gen Con, where am I going to get all the new cool stuff?
Well, you can find our games at any local game store. Looney Labs is well distributed, and we like for you to buy from the game store first because we like to support our retailers. But you can, of course, find us at LooneyLabs.com.
Fantastic. What about social media?
Oh, we're all over the Facebook and the Twitter and all those things.
All those fun things.
Please follow us in those places.
Do the thing. Andy, thank you again for being on.
My
Really
pleasure.
appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Guys, stick around for more live coverage all through today from Gen Con 2018.
Bye.